Ohio was just the way we left it less than a month before. We were married, yet folks seemed more concerned about the whys than the wherefores. They believed we were too young to be Mr. and Mrs. Some of my friends were jokingly betting on how long it would last. One thing was for sure. We were too chicken to tell anyone about the baby. If they were upset about us being together, what would they think if they knew we had conceived in sin? My wife Dolly was beginning to show, but some fashionable, hippie, loose-fitting hemp blouses, popular at the time, helped disguise the bump so nobody could be sure. But we were facing a deadline. There was only one state in the Union that allowed for abortion. It was New York. And that was contingent on the abortion being performed before the conception had gone to 6 months. We were right on the cusp. So one day, for all that day, we talked to each other privately and incessantly about how it might be better going forward if there were no baby. In many ways, we had come together because of a pregnancy, which we were trying to terminate so as to be respectable again. I don't know who was in favor of what. I think both of us just wanted to stop being considered the weirdos and become the favored son and daughter again. Before we left Kentucky, a lady gave us a little bit of money, so we hopped into our beat-up Chevy and drove to Buffalo, New York to get rid of our kid. It was a long drive. I don't remember all we talked about, but I'm sure it wasn't all grim and ugly. We were convinced of the beauty and the intelligence of our mission. We got an appointment at a clinic and in no time at all found ourselves sitting in front of a female doctor in her early 40s with a heavy German accent. She was kind. She knew we were scared. She listened to our story, which was chock full of some lies. And after we got done pouring out our hearts, she said in broken English, "I will abort your baby, if that is what you want. That is what I will do. But your wife must be tired from the journey. So why don't you take today, go off and be together, and come in tomorrow, and we will do the procedure." Then she said something strange. She said, "May I suggest that you go see Niagara Falls? It's only about 25 miles away." Well, we agreed. It sounded like fun. Fun was something we did well. So we drove up to the falls and found ourselves standing and staring at one of the most magnificent natural phenomena on this planet. It was so big. It was powerful. We both just started to cry. I don't know why we cried. But I know that without saying a word to each other or confirming our decision, we got back into our car, and instead of driving to Buffalo, to the clinic, we drove back to Ohio. I guess we thought that if God can take mere water and turn it into Niagara Falls, He certainly is able to take our mess and change it into a blessing.